Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Michael Mohan's latest film released on March 22nd, 2024, Immaculate. It's a religious horror film set in a remote Italian convent, blending themes of faith, bodily autonomy, and the darker side of religious zealotry. Now, before I hop into my review, if you want to support the channel, then please take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, I really appreciate it. As a warning, this review will contain some heavy spoilers, so please continue at your own risk. Lastly, if you want to see something reviewed, leave a comment and I will do my best to get to it. Thank you. I'm hopping in 3, 2, 1. The film opens with a haunting sequence that sets the tone. A nun is brutally buried alive while trying to escape the remote convent. It sets the tone for the terrifying environment that Sister Cecilia steps into. Sydney Sweeney portrays the novice nun, and her devout nature contrasts against the eerie and oppressive atmosphere of the convent. She is quickly drawn into a web of dark secrets after she miraculously becomes pregnant despite being a virgin. It reminds me of Rosemary's Baby, but the religious overtones are more overt, with Cecilia being treated like the modern-day Virgin Mary. The unraveling of Sister Cecilia is one of the most striking elements in the film. Making frequent use of religious imagery, Cecilia begins to suffer physically from the pregnancy. It's an interesting critique of the church's historical control over women. Things are exacerbated by the presence of Father Tedeschi, portrayed by Alvaro Morte. His authority and refusal to let Cecilia seek external medical help or leave the convent are reminiscent of cults like Love Has Won. So, it's a relevant take on bodily autonomy. The cinematography, helmed by Elisha Christian, creates a claustrophobic and foreboding atmosphere. The convent, with its ancient halls and dark catacombs, becomes a character in itself. This reinforces the film's gothic horror aesthetic. Scenes are often bathed in encroaching shadows, symbolizing Cecilia's dwindling hope. The framing of characters mimics religious iconography and emphasizes the critique of institutional power. The score is composed by Will Bates and adds to the unsettling tone, particularly in moments of escalating tension and body horror. The combination of haunting visuals and a chilling soundtrack left me feeling the sense of dread that Cecilia experienced as she uncovered the convent's dark secrets. Truth be told, I'm a bit conflicted with the character of Cecilia. Sydney Sweeney is a great actress, but I don't think this role let her shine. While intensely vulnerable as Cecilia, I don't picture Sydney Sweeney as pious or devout. Maybe it's because of Anyone But You or Euphoria, but this role did not seem like quite the right fit. Additionally, the character writing for Cecilia didn't seem to click for me. There were moments in the film where she could have taken action to save herself, but she didn't. This led some of the drama and dread feeling forced and fake. For example, when her friend Sister Gwen is being murdered, she simply watches and doesn't intervene. I understand that she's pregnant, but she's still physically fit enough to stop the murder or at least provide a distraction. Again, I want to clarify that Sydney Sweeney is a good actress and she did great in this role. Her eyes are expressive and she makes many subtle gestures to heighten tension when she can. The payoff for me with Cecilia's writing was at the end of the film when Sweeney was truly allowed to act. Her final scenes were magnificent. The supporting cast is phenomenal. I think Sister Gwen, Sister Mary, Sister Isabella, and Mother Superior are portrayed excellently by Benedetta Porcaroli, Simona Tabasco, Julia Heathfield Di Renzi, and Dora Romano. They certainly look the part, and I had no complaints about their acting. The only other complaint I have about this movie is the pacing. The plot is engaging, but there are moments where time jumps at breakneck speeds. The narrative jumps Cecilia from trimester to trimester, and it doesn't give audiences enough time to absorb the horror of her situation. It's rare for me to say, but this movie might have benefited from another 5 to 10 minutes of narrative development. To be clear, I would have liked to see Cecilia's autonomy removed rather than given up. There should have been more scenes of her unsuccessfully trying to escape or fight back against the convent. This would have increased the stakes in my eyes and helped with the pacing. Immaculate does a wonderful job with its haunting sequences, establishing a terrifying atmosphere within the convent Sister Cecilia joins. Miraculously becoming pregnant, Cecilia is locked away and treated like a modern-day Virgin Mary. The religious zealotry and imagery are twisted and frightening with parallels to modern cults. The Gothic cinematography enhances the claustrophobic feel of the convent with its shadowy halls, symbolizing Cecilia's diminishing hope. The score by Will Bates complements the escalating tension and body horror. While Sydney Sweeney is an expressive actress, she feels miscast for this role. Sadly, her character writing doesn't make too much sense either and forces drama for the sake of drama. The final scenes of this movie are what shine and let Sydney truly act. The supporting cast delivers strong performances too, but the film suffers from disjointed pacing. With a little better writing, the stakes and tension could have been improved. Overall, this movie is an interesting critique of restrictions on women's bodily autonomy. It feels relevant, giving modern cults like Love Has Won enforce these restrictions. Secretly, this movie feels like a drama disguised categorized as a horror movie. I'm happy to say the narrative is interesting and there's enough suspense that I feel confident recommending this to horror and drama fans. Thank you for listening to my review of Immaculate. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if you want me to review something, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.